Yo guys, what is going on? I've been requested a lot lately for how to do a tutorial on how I make like quick animations and stuff. But first I would like to say thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. And we're growing heaps. Like one of my videos, that animation one's got like 300 likes and like pretty much 8k views already. So thank you guys. Appreciate 100 subs. And this is my 100 sub special. So first of all, we want to go into Mixamo, log in and stuff. Okay, so pretty much you need an FBX OBJ or zip, and we're just going to use an OBJ FBX. So where's my one? There. I'm just using use a Fortnite skin. Okay, so now as you can see our characters in here. If it says error could not map, just look for another one that's FBX or something. It might just not be the right file type. And yeah, so you wanna get these, you just drag them. Like when you move one, it goes on the other side, and you just wanna, so these are the wrists, you wanna drag the wrists onto the wrist. So about there. And same for the chin, which I just did, put it on the chin. Elbows on the elbows. Just like that. Knees on the knees. And this is loaded. This looks fine to me. Just make sure everything's like animating properly. So this is just the demo. And this looks fine to me, nothing's wrong, so I'm gonna click next. And your character's gonna be uploaded. Now if you just can't find a character at all, like you can use one of Mixamo's built-in ones, so you just use any of these. These are all characters that will work for animation. But I'm gonna use my one. And now we're gonna get the animation that we want. So just gonna look up a walk. Get a nice walk. This one looks fine. Maybe 65. Yeah, so just make sure your arms aren't, and you can adjust it like this. So that looks fine. Maybe one more. Yep. And just make sure this is as high as you can get it, so just drag those. And it looks perfect. It's 60, make sure this is FBX. And okay, so now I'm in a normal blender thing, and I am just going to delete the cube and the light. And now it is time for our HDRI. So I'm going to use the Shanghai Bund. This is like one for lots of animations. You can use whatever one you want, but pretty much you want to look up HDRI Haven. Go to HDRIs. You can use one whatever you want. You can use like pretty much whatever one you like. For this one, I'm just going to use Shanghai Bund. Hopefully I said that right. Yep. This one. And you just want to click. Make sure. 8K might take a little bit. I should just put it on like 4K. Just make sure you don't do like 1K or 2K. Alright, once you've downloaded your HDRI, it's just like an image. Go onto this world thing. Down here, go into color, click on this little yellow button, environment texture, click open, and go here to this where you saved your HDRI. Open, go into the render mode, and bop. There we go. So now we have like a whole world in here. Pretty cool. And then you want to go down to shading tab. This one again, camera. Then you want to change this object to world, and then click on this orange one. Make sure you're on that. Click Control T. Now if this doesn't come up when you click Control T on this tab, just go to edit, preferences, look up node wrangler and tick that, and then do that, and then try it again, and then yeah, that should come up. So now all I'm going to do is change my rotation, so like this. Okay, now that I've fixed that, go back into layout, click file, file, import FBX, downloads, and then find your one. So I did, let me check, walking, so walking FBX, then it's small, so you just want to go to this, change this to 1, 1, and 1, and then just like that, it should be there. Now if yours as well for the side, click on this, click on your camera, view, navigation, walk navigation, then just like navigate to your character, just like this. Just like that. Then go back to the shading tab and play around with this to get it normal again. That looks fine. But then click on this down here, viewport displays, in front, stick, and then just like that, you're done. But I'll show you how to get the textures to load in anyway. So go to layout, file, then you want to import, so if you're using like a 3D sketch fab model, FBX or whatever you downloaded it in, and just import your model. So for me it's this. And boom. Now I can just delete that again, and I should have my textures. Yep. So now I'm going to go onto mine. So I have a helmet. I'm going to change my helmet, my face, and my body. Oh. Yep. And the eyebrows. And boom. Our model is textured. Now it is time to start checking the camera. So as you can see, ours like goes out of the camera and it looks really weird. So I'll show you how to fix this. And if yours is super fast like mine, this is how you slow it down. Click on this. S. Make sure you're on your tile line. Put your arrow, don't click anything, just hover over these, click S, and then you just pull this out a little bit, just to make it like a bit longer. Now it should be like, okay, now I'm going to show you how to track. Click on the camera, and then click this button, make sure on your frame 1, and that looks nice just under there. So I'm going to go to the end frame, which about is 130 for me. And I am going to go navigation, walk nav. And boom, that looks nice for me. And now it should be going with my character. So that looks perfect. It's going along with my character nicely. Okay, so I've just played around with it for a bit and just done all this to make it a little bit nicer. And now once you've done that, you can however long you want it to be. So I want mine to just go to about there. So let's change it to 130. So now it should look really... So you can change this to how long you want it. It's just the end of it and the start. So I like that there. And just make sure this looks good. Looks great. So I'm just going to do a really short one today. But it looks perfect for me. And now I'm just... So I've done my tracking, done all that. Now it is time to add do like tweaking and stuff. So here we go. So first we're gonna go onto here, change this to Eevee, take ambient occlusion bloom, maybe change the intensity to 800, 700, should make mine 7. And then this one, and that's perfect. So now it should look a bit better. And now we are going to do depth of field. So click on your camera, go to camera, depth of field. I'm going to make mine 0.2 because I just like circle bits in the background. 0.2, so that's fine for me. And then as you can see, it's all fine. And I'm gonna go down to viewport displays limits, and I am going to go to the first frame here and make this right there. As you can see, that looks nice. Then I am going to keyframe there. And it goes off there, so just gonna keyframe there. Now so it should just go along pretty well with it. So it goes a little bit off at times. So I'm just gonna fix this. So I'll just do a time lapse. So just pretty much play around with it. And yeah. Okay, so I've played around with a couple of settings. I've changed it to about 0.8 just because it was a little bit weird and really hard to keep track, but it still looks good. And the last thing I'm gonna do is just to 869. Just gonna shorten it just a little bit. So now if we watch this back, it's gonna look like this. So now you have black bars. You can keep it on 1080, but I pretty much like it like this, with the black bars. And now I'm going to show you how to render it. So 350 maybe, denoising. You can get a transparent background if you want. Like if you want to add like an overlay or something, this just doesn't render it with the background. So completely up to you. But I'm gonna use this thing for background and keep it there. I'm also gonna change the strength to 0.8 to make it not as bright. But now I'll show you, this is how fast it actually is. 60 FPS. It gets a little bit stuttery, but it won't be like this for you. So yeah, the best render setting. Okay, so the last thing, you want to go here. Now if your PC isn't like, don't have, like, maybe you're on a laptop or something, you can change this to PNG or PNG or this one, and it will just render a bunch of like images, and then you just add it as a thing, but it's a little bit harder, but it's a little bit quicker. But I'm just gonna put it in my documents, and I made a new file called myanim. I'm just gonna put it in there. I'm gonna change this to this one, AVI, RGB, change the quality to 100, and you're pretty much done. And change this to 60. And then you can just go here, render animation. Thank you guys for watching, and video.